Well, thank God. Although it has been much of a challenge, you know, with the idea, when I came up with the idea, it was so stressful because, first of all, I didn't believe in myself. I could create something much less in this period where there's so much competition. You know, the contemporary world today, the society of the contemporary world today, it's more of a competition. So I couldn't believe myself when I thought of it, when I first thought of this amazing idea of making paint out of wood. So I'm so happy I realized it, and for me, it's a breakthrough. So this is where it all started. I had to purchase this machine, which is used for extracting wood pigment, and I had to create a little box which I call the extraction chambers. So this is what I call the extraction chamber. It's made out of tarpaulin and wood. So I realized extracting the pigment from the wood on thin air, it just makes the pigment evaporate. So I had to come up with an idea of making what I term the wood chambers, and much of we call it the extraction chambers. And so this is it. So it took a lot of effort, like I said, to come up with, to strategize. So there was a challenge on the wood to use. I realized that white wood is pest free, especially obeche. So it was the perfect choice to use. So this is how we fit it inside the extraction chambers. So this is how the extraction is being done. So this is the reason for the extraction chambers. Just imagine us extracting the pigment on thin air. We literally have no pigment at all because it evaporates on a thin air. So inside these chambers, the extraction is being done, and it's safer to do it inside a well-sealed chambers, because it will just bring dust, and I have to cover my nose with nose masks because I'm avoiding cough and other, because who knows, during work you have to be careful. You don't just have to go doing stuff because you are excited. So after the machine is done with the sanding, we realize the pigment of wood, which is in the powder form. So at this moment I gather my powder or pigment to take to the next stage, which is to shifter it appropriately so that it can be qualified for the next level. This is another stage where we refine the pigment, the wooden pigment collected from the chambers. So we have to use this shifter because it's the finest of all. So we're going to put it back inside the wrap room, where we'll be refining the wood pigment by shiftering it in to the wrap room bag. So I'm going to put it in gently because it is so fine, it easily evaporates. So I'm going to be shiftering it using one of the oldest methods. I mean, it's manual. It's not like I had to invent all the machines of doing that. It's just common sense. So, and also I realized doing this on open air, the pigment is flying out a lot, so I'll have to cover it like this. When I feel like maybe it's over, maybe by now it should be finished, then I will remove it. If you look around, you see a lot of dust from the pigment. It's too fine. Okay, you can see it now. This one is the leftovers that is so thick. If we use it, it will give a rough texture. It won't be like it's paint. Although the texture of this wood paint, I think it will be different from the rest. But if we should use it like this, it will be more rougher, and I would not like to bet. This is the final stages of creating the wood paint. So I put the pigment into their respective places, how they are going to be mixed. And the challenge was getting a binder, because the wood in itself is not a binder. So we'll go with lensing. So we'll give it a thorough mix and wait for the others to be mixed as well. So in subsequent videos, I'm going to be trying harder how to get wood acrylics. But for now, we are going to go with the wood oil paint, and in subsequent videos, I'm going to be using the paint to upgrade the painting. So I just have to mix, and I couldn't use any other kind of color to make colors with the paint. So I had to go with an ink-like nature dye, which is pigment free, to give the wood its originality. You get it? So I'm going to go with the yellow dye, which in its nature it's ink-like, to give that texture of wood. And the wood texture is not going to be like the earth nature. So this is red. We're going to be seeing other colors. After red, so I'm going to go with primary colors first. So that's that. So I'm happy this started like this. Oil. There you go. So as I invite you to watch how I use I had to. I'm really curious to see how my painting